Oh, I'm sorry, I did, darn it. I'm sorry, resolution number 2014-183.
This is a resolution for approval of the job description for the office assistant. We had some interesting discussion last week, and is there any further questions to this position?
Any questions from council? Council's pleasure.
Move to adopt resolution number 2014-183.
Second.
Okay, Councilmember Cable.
We discussed it thoroughly, not only at the retreat, but also last week. It's just creating the job description. We can discuss how and when to fill it at a later date.
Councilmember Putnam.
Just makes economic sense to have a entry-level position to take some of the work away that's currently being done by higher-paid people who are not making sufficient use of their time because they have to do their own filing and things like that.
Any further comments from council? Councilmember Walker.
Did we ever fix who it reports to? Because right now it's still showing employees. The intention was to report to
Just report to the city clerk.
Right. We will make that. We can put that on there right now. So.
Is there a reason it's effective so far in advance? July 1st?
So to be able to post it and stuff, so we wouldn't be able to fill the position after we posted it for a couple of weeks. I mean, it could be made effective now upon passage, but we wouldn't consider filling it. Any other questions from council? Questions from the audience? So seeing none, roll call council.
Councilmember Kay?
Aye.
Councilmember Chisholm? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberding? Aye. Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Okay, next item on the agenda is ordinance number 2014-183.
This is ordinance amending the 2014 full-time equivalent schedule. It's actually the salary schedule is what it's called in the ordinance. And I'll read down through it again so we can go over this. So we're taking the Public Works and Community Development Director position and breaking it down to Community Development and Manager and Public Works Manager. We're adding 2 seasonal maintenance workers to Public Works who are already budgeted but they aren't listed under the schedule that was passed. Adding the city administrator title and job description to the finance director. Adding the office assistant position to administration. Removing the community services director. And then minor range changes to reflect accurate salary ranges for 2014. These additions, adjustments, and deductions will not increase the approved budget for 2014. Questions?
Questions from council? Council's pleasure.
Move to approve ordinance number 2014-1863.
Second.
Councilmember Jones, would you like to speak to your motion?
It's been discussed for some, as reported by Mr. Gould, to deal with the job descriptions that are open, as well as public works, seasonal work, and I think it's within the budget. So.
The comments we've heard earlier, we had some question on the city administrator. City administrator technically already exists in code as the finance director, so this could be done by executive order without that particular part, without council doing anything further, but it wouldn't be reflected in the budget accurately. This does somewhat increase staffing costs, but in the staff report, you'll see it does keep it below the level of 2013 as far as percentage of city revenue, still within the range we saw in 2011, below 2010. So it's not a significant increase in cost, more of a reallocation of people, reallocation of positions.
Any further comments, Councilmember Steiger?
At this point right now,
indicated at the workshop. Immediately when we do this, we are approving the positions to be filled. And we were highly against the city administrator before, and I've heard that, it was gonna be, Betty wasn't qualified and whatever, and Betty wasn't even the person that was submitted to be the city manager, so where that came from, I have no idea. But at this point, I don't think we're ready for a city administrator, and that is my feeling on it.
Any other comments from council? Any comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Peterson? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
No.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garvin?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Cade?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 2014-175.
This is the approval of legal services agreements with Morris Law, P.C. and Summit Law Group, PLLC. Do we have any questions about this contract?
Questions from council? It's council's pleasure.
Move to adopt resolution number 2014-175.
Second?
Councilmember Cate?
We went through a list of, or a group of attorneys that had applied, and we thought that this was the one that could do the best job for us.
Councilmember Walker?
I agree. We've talked to this several times, interviewed them, and selected Carol Morris, and just adopt the contract.
Any further comments from council? Comments from the audience? All right, seeing none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garvin?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Cade?
Aye.
Councilmember Peterson? Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 2014-177.
Resolution 2014-177 is approving the naming of the recently purchased property at 310 2nd Avenue to be named as the Harinaka Hatch Habitat. The reason for naming it that is because they were the owners that we purchased it from, and they requested that as part of the purchase and sale.
Questions? What's council's pleasure?
Move to adopt resolution number 2014-177.
Second?
Okay, Councilmember Cate?
That seemed like a reasonable request for getting the money at the price we got, or getting the property at the price we got it for.
Councilmember Walker?
And it includes the purchase and sale agreement.
Any other comments from council? Comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garvin?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Cade?
Aye.
Councilmember Peterson? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, resolution number 2014-178.
Resolution number 2014-178 is approving the award of Valentine Construction bid to Icon Materials. They were the low bidder. Their bid was $12,411,554.92. And our portion of that will be approximately, the City of Pacific's portion of that will probably be about 2/3 of that. It's not exact numbers, but it'll be about 2/3.
Okay. Questions? Councilmember Walker?
This falls within allocated funds?
Correct. The engineering, and it wasn't in your packet because we didn't have it all completed because the bid opening was Tuesday. The engineering estimate was 12 to 13 million, and we do have the funds for the roads.
Any further questions from council? What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution number 2014-178.
Second?
Councilmember Jones?
It's a long time coming. I'm glad to finally see that we've got approved bid for construction. Look forward to the time when that road is improved, hopefully before term expires. But Anyway, it's been a long couple of years. Councilmember Steiger provided excellent connection with Sumner to help assist to save that project, and so I'm looking forward to moving forward.
Councilmember Walker.
I would just like to thank Councilmember Steiger, Councilmember Jones for all their work on this, and as well, along with Ted Hill from all done a great job keeping us moving.
I agree with those comments. It really, the city owes it to a debt of gratitude for keeping that project moving forward. As well as, Ken. Any other comments from council? Comments from the audience?
My name is Howard Gustafson. I live on County Line Road, and the question I have is, why is my property included in the LID that helps to pay for this? I live on County Line Road, don't have anything to do with Valentine, and yet it's included. I'd like to have you look at it, see if you can help me out. Thank you.
So, and I think Ken can answer that question.
Any properties that are County Line Road and south are considered to be affected and improved by having the Valentine Road improved. So that's why your property is part of that.
So, okay, and then the rest of this conversation you could kind of have off mine document. So it's not related to awarding the contract. Okay, any further comments from the audience? Okay, seeing none, roll call council, please.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberding?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Tate?
Aye.
Councilmember Knutson? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, resolution number 2014-180.
2014-180, authorizing the submittal of a grant application for the King County Flood District Flood Reduction Fund for financial assistance for removing and putting in HESCOs.
Opening and closing.
Opening and closing the park.
Questions from council? With council's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution 2014-180.
Second.
Okay, Councilmember Garberding.
They're gonna offer the money to open and close it, I say get it done.
Councilmember Knutson.
We need the park open, and we need to close it again.
Any further comments from council? Comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Garberding?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Tate?
Aye.
Councilmember Knutson? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item on the agenda, resolution number 2014-181.
2014-181 is authorizing the execution of an interlocal agreement between the City of Pacific and Pierce County for traffic maintenance services, which would include striping, purchasing of signs, miscellaneous street items like that.
Questions from council? With council's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution number 2014-181.
Second.
Councilmember Tate.
It's cheaper than going through King County, and it's cheaper than the private sector, so I think we owe it to our taxpayers to get the same service for lower cost.
Councilmember Steiger.
It was brought before committee, even though we do have a striping company in town, we are supposed to use city people whenever they are equal or less, but they are not less, so we need to go with this. We did give them the opportunity.
Any further questions from council? Okay. Any comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Tate?
Aye.
Councilmember Knutson? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberding? Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, resolution number 2014-182.
2014-182 is a 6-year transportation improvement program that we just had a public hearing on. So if you have any questions, I can answer.
Questions from council? Councilmember
I'd
Jones.
just like to the city take in consideration Gene Fancher's comments related to egress out of the city in case of emergencies, and look at the possibility of adding those as future, not too far future, but future grant considerations for design for Lahar or emergency out of the city, because we are pretty well limited.
Any other questions from council? Okay, what's council's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution 2014-182.
Okay, Councilmember Jones.
I think it's a well-established TIP, and it's something that we do every year, so we can look at modifying it. We need to keep it up to date so that we can look at, the state can look at us as well as the federal budget, so for assistance and grants. So if we have these projects listed and in place, it's easier for us to justify, and them to justify giving us the money that we're asking for.
Councilmember Walker. Any further comments? Councilmember Case.
Yeah, like, everything we've talked about with transportation, all we've addressed is areas where we can get grant money to fix. We still need to address streets that don't fall under grant criteria and come up with an improvement plan for the city itself on prioritizing funds, and start prioritizing street maintenance in those areas. Because from the history of it, it sounds like we'll never really get the grant money to fix it, so we have to start addressing it as a city ourselves.
Any other comments from council? And I believe you're going to be seeing coming in a workshop soon is the transportation benefit district that we had discussed prior. We put on the back burner due to the $60 car tab that King County had on the ballot, and so now we'll probably be revisiting doing our own transportation benefit district. So we're going to answer that. Any other questions from council? Comments from the audience? No? Okay, seeing none, roll call council.
Councilmember Case?
Aye.
Councilmember Knutson? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Right.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberson?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda?
Would you like to speak to the councilmember?
No.
Walker? Any comments from council? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda as presented?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, being no further business, we are adjourned. Thank